YouTube, it's your girl Jazz Unique. I'm back at it again with another video for y'all today. As you see in the title, I will be doing a true crime series, and this is just gonna go under Wicked Wednesdays, and let me break down what Wicked Wednesdays is going to be for us every Wednesday. I'm not sure if I'm gonna upload this Wednesday or I'm gonna upload this on Thursday, because I am recording on Wednesday, and you know you gotta edit. The editing process is never easy, so it's about like 10:30ish right now. Okay, so I know you guys are probably gonna hear the background stuff and everything. It's just because my own room is right next to mine. She's watching TV, so her TV's a little loud, but I need you to ignore it because I'm here. I'm in your face. I'm here for y'all. Don't mind the makeup on my hand because we're gonna get into that soon. But let me explain to y'all what we're gonna be doing today. So Wicked Wednesdays is basically every Wednesday I'm going to be doing a true crime series. Basically, we're gonna do different things and talk about different crazy crimes and stuff and unfortunate situation that has happened to people around the world. I got this kind of idea from what is her name? Bailey something. It starts with an S, no T, no shade. I love the hell out of her. Every Monday she does like a true crime series and she does her makeup. So based on the theme for today, I decided that I'm just gonna do my makeup while I discuss a crime that has happened. I've never ever done this before, and I know when doing your makeup it's kind of complicated because you gotta focus. So this is kind of like a challenge for me in a way too, while discussing a very unfortunate situation that has happened to young ladies. So let's get into it. Man, I should have started my brows before I got on here. Dak. Okay, but I got my concealer on my hand, and period. Let's get into it. So the unfortunate situation that I will be talking about today, if you guys see me looking down, I'm looking at my palette. I will be trying to focus and do this. This is hella complicated. So I will be talking about, okay guys, as you can see, I basically started my eye makeup, and I'm gonna just tell y'all this. Doing your makeup and trying to memorize these facts and trying to speak them to you guys are not the easiest. And I recorded most of the video, but I really didn't enjoy how I looked and how I was speaking the story to you guys. So I decided that I'm just gonna work on most of my eye look, and then I'm gonna get back and I'm gonna start the story clean and fresh for you guys. And we're gonna do this the right way because I'm not gonna give out bullshit content. So I'm sorry if y'all wanted to see how I got the shades and the colors and the look. I can do a separate video for that if that's the case, but you guys will see from the eyes and everything down what is going on. So this is what's going on. Okay, I'm sorry guys, don't kill me, don't crucify me. This is very much so new to me, and we are going to learn this together, because eventually I'm gonna be so used to doing this thing, I'm gonna be like, look, you came a long way, you got good content. So here we go. So Sarah Everard was a 33-year-old marketing executive that lived in London. Can y'all see me? Can y'all see me? Can y'all see me? I gotta do a little closer sometimes. Yeah, she's a 33-year-old marketing executive, and on March 3rd she went missing. March 3rd, 2021. Around this time, ooh, this is getting, oh, yo, I'm just all over the place. This is complicated. I don't like this video anymore. I don't want to do it. But we gonna get it. Okay, we're back. So she was at a friend's house around 9 o'clock. She was leaving the friend's house. You know, during this time in 2021, we were going through a pandemic. So they did a whole shutdown around the world. The whole world was basically shut down. So in London, I'm assuming, you know, you couldn't be outside, you couldn't be walking around, and Sarah decided that she was just gonna walk home. She lived about 2 miles, and I'm assuming that this is something that she did on a regular. I don't think this is something that she just did out the blue and decided to do. I think this is something that she was just used to doing. Even though she wasn't supposed to be out, you know, you got bored in the house. You want to go hang out with your friends, you know. Stuff happens sometimes. You understand what I'm saying? So, on that night, she was seen on, they have like security footage around the area, you know, the traffic lights and cars that have the little cameras on them. She was seen walking through the streets. Her normal, I'm assuming is her normal walkthrough that she just does when she's leaving this person's house. She was on the phone with her boyfriend, walking for about 14 minutes, I believe. They were on the phone, and then they hung out with each other, which is really sad, because I know as her boyfriend, he probably was like, damn, maybe if I stayed on the phone with her, I probably would have known more information. You know, you have those regrets when crazy things happen. You understand? So, the phone with her boyfriend, she put her headphones in and she was walking. She was just walking through the streets, and there was many routes that she could have taken to get home, but I guess she decided to take this route because there was a lot of houses outside. There were a lot of lights and, you know, things where people can see. It was a safer route. You know, as a female, that's a route that you would want to take. So Sarah was stopped by, there was a police officer. The police officer was caught on camera just parked there on the block. He was caught there parked on the block. He was literally waiting for someone. Like, according to the police, he really had no exact reason to be there. He didn't have any, you know, he wasn't sent there. I don't even think he was on duty at that time. I don't believe he was on duty at that time. So he was just there, just waiting, which leads us to think that this was something that was planned. Period. So in the footage, they have shown Sarah, she's walking and the man stops her. And basically, they're not clear on what the conversation was, because the man never gave specific details on what was said, how things happened, or anything. He never really got into, you know, those type of details. Show him on the camera, he stops her. And she looks like she's a little annoyed and irritated, which we would all be, because why? We don't want to be stopped by the police. Like, what the hell did I do? What's going on now? A car went by and they recorded his car, and it showed two doors open, his side and the other side. And they're assuming that he falsely arrested her, and he used that as an excuse to get her in the car, because most likely, if he didn't really have a specific reason to get her in the car, her family says that she was very aware and that she's not just going to get in the car with anybody. So he most likely they're assuming that he used the COVID restrictions to arrest her and get her inside of the car. She was missing for about 6 days, and when they got the footage to see, you know, track her and see her whereabouts, because her family reported her missing, because her just leaving out the blue was just unusual. It was not something that she did. Oh, I look white as hell, but we're gonna fix that. Was something unusual for her. So of course they're gonna report that. Why wouldn't they? So when they went to go interview him and ask him, you know, what was going on? We seen that, you know, you were in the video with her. Do you know her? And things like that. At first they asked him, did he know her? And he said, no, he don't know her. And then I'm assuming that he realized that they had video footage, or it was hinted that they had a video footage of them together, and that her family was really, really worried about her. And they were letting him know that, so he can kind of feel bad and kind of confess to whatever it is that they think that he has done. So he says he doesn't know her, and then he takes a minute and he says, you know, I'm deeply in financially, I'm really in trouble. And he tells the story that he got in trouble with some guys, and the guys needed him to get girls and bring them to him. Bring them to him. So he said that he saw Sarah, he stopped her, and he brought her to a specific small town in London. And when he got there, they took his car and they took her. And he doesn't know what happened, and that he's scared for his family because he doesn't even know if his family is safe, even though he did that for them. I don't believe that shit, but okay, whatever. And they didn't believe it either. I don't think they believed it either. This line is irritating the hell out of me on the side. It's just that. Anyway, so after 6 days of investigating, they arrest him on kidnapping accounts because they still haven't found Sarah. So they don't know if they didn't know if she was alive or what the case was. And he never talked about anything. He didn't talk about it afterwards. After that, he said what he said there. He never spoke about anything else again, even after they arrested him. So they really didn't have any information. So they went searching and searching and searching and searching. And 6 days later, they found her body, her remains actually, in a lake close by where he said he dropped her, where the guys dropped her, and they took his car and stuff. It was really sad because unfortunately, you know, her body wasn't really in any good form because she was burnt. Her body was burnt, and it was put in the river. So can you imagine what was going, like, her remains? Like, oh my God, that is terrible. That is so terrible. That is freaking terrible. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. But they arrested him for the murder of Sarah because when they did the autopsy, they saw that her body she was raped, she was strangled, and she was then brought to the lake, and she was there for a few days. He ended up confessing, and he ended up getting life in prison with no parole, as he should not, because you should not have a chance to come home because you're a freaking animal. Period. You're not safe out on these streets. I don't give a fuck how nice you become in jail. You deserve to be there, and I hope they got your booty hole. I hope they did, because you deserve every bit of what you did, because you blatantly picked this young lady out and plotted on her. Like, and not only that, you used your, you know, your profession to do so. And that is terrible, because you're supposed to be somebody that protects females. And, you know, you endangering them. And you're making it harder for the people that, you know, the police officers that actually do their job. The ones that actually love their job. They come to work and they want to protect people. You're the asshole that fucked that up for people. Like, so after that situation, like, the women in London, they felt very unsafe. Like, they were very scared to, I honestly, guys, let me tell you something about me. I put setting powder everywhere. I don't care. I put setting powder everywhere, not just underneath my eyes. I put it everywhere because when you sweat, it don't matter what. That baby gonna sweat. So, or it's hot and you get oily, that baby gonna get oily. So I put it everywhere. I mainly put it, you know, in the place where you're supposed to set it, but I put it everywhere. So this is how I do my makeup. You don't have to do your makeup that way. That's cool. What you do to you. Amen. And I contour my face twice. I always put a brown, and then I put a brown, what you call it? What is that called? A contour? a cream contour stick, and then I use the powder as well. I use like a nice thing and go about that thing. So this is what we looking like. But back to the story. It was very sad and it was very unfortunate because it's just like they felt very unsafe. They're like, if we can't trust the police, we can't trust anybody, especially during the pandemic. It's just, you know, that came with a lot. It's like, you know, in a way they kind of got closure. In a way they kind of got, her family kind of got closure, but in a way they didn't, because they don't really know exactly what kind of happened to her. It was like, he didn't even speak about it. He didn't say, I'm sorry. He didn't say anything. It was like, okay, I admit to doing a crime and that's it. I'm caught already. I'm not gonna, like, there's no way of me getting out of this. I might as well admit that I did it. So that's basically what that was. But he never specifically said what the conversation was. He never said anything of that sort. So they're just trying to piece the final moments together the best way that they could. But at least he was arrested. He was arrested. My whole thing is like, us females, we already have the hardest time in this world. We do. We really do. It's already a hard time for us. So just to know that the law can't even protect us is the scariest part. It's the scariest part. It's like, dang, if we can't, worry about the law protecting us, then who will do it? And the fact that she was just minding her business, and they said that he was basically planning this for a while because he was seen like days before getting a different car, getting a rental car and stopping in stores and getting stuff. It was kind of like he was already planning this. He was fairly new at his job, which is crazy. That's why I feel like they should do, I don't know what kind of job that these police officers be doing, respectfully, or how they allow people in the academy. Do they do backup checks? What do y'all do? Because it's just like, y'all just get the weirdest because it just like, welcome them to the team. Y'all don't know where these people, like, these people be having priors, crazy priors that get dismissed. It's like, yo, where do y'all find these? Where do y'all find these people? Where? And how do y'all do y'all research about these people? Because I need to know. Because it's like y'all just letting anybody in this bitch. Like, you white? Come on down. You went to school? Come on down. You're one of us now, buddy. You know how to shoot a gun? Come on down. Like, that shit is so sad. Like, a woman lost her life because a man that she's not thinking that. Imagine you're not even thinking that. You're thinking, yo, he's about to lock me up. Damn, what my family gonna say? They're gonna have to get me out of jail. She's probably thinking about all those things. Like, maybe she had work the next morning. Maybe her boyfriend was looking for her to come home. Maybe she's going home to her boyfriend. It's kind of just like, you took all of that from her in a matter of seconds. When you decided to be hunting outside of people's homes for somebody. Fuck you, man. Fuck you. And I'm gonna just let y'all know another thing. I don't say the names of the people. And I don't say their names because I feel like they do not need recognition. If you would like to know the exact details of the situation, you can just Google her name and I'm sure that it'll come up. I do not give killers a satisfaction or get their names out there or any of that, because I feel like you're making their name live on when you discuss, when you bring life into it, when you say their name and you give them that Google search. We're not doing that. We're not giving them that Google search at all. We're not doing that. So the name of this particular episode of this series is going to be Pretty with No Privilege, because she was obviously a beautiful young lady. I'm going to put her pictures up in the, I'm trying to put them here. And she was a beautiful young lady. And she clearly had a lot going for herself. She clearly was working hard. She didn't have any intentions on, hurting anybody. She just wanted to go home. She's thinking she was gonna make it. And that's literally the saddest part, because you never really know the time of the hour. You never really know when you're gonna run into a psychopath. You never know anything, and they come in different forms these days. So it's kind of like you gotta guard yourself. Okay, guys. So I went ahead and did my lips and added a little bit more blush, and I curled my hair and everything, so I could just come back and just talk to you guys about the rest. I still have to put some highlight on, and yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do while I'm on here with y'all. This is the highlight palette I'm using. But yes, today was a murder and mystery video, and I hope that you guys tune in. And I want you guys to give me real feedback. I want you guys to tell me, like, if you guys like this, some things I could work on, some things you feel like I need to improve on, because I am fairly new to this. So I would love for you guys to give me your advice. If you guys just want, you know, makeup separately, let me know. If you guys just give me good feedback. I'm looking forward to it, and I appreciate it. More of the story is, just hold on. Okay, period. More of the story is, just be careful. Like, as a woman, as a person in general, just be careful. You always expect the unexpected. You understand what I'm saying? When you walk in the streets, when you're around people, when just anything in general, just expect that something can go wrong. Always have your location on. Share your location with your friends and your family. Make sure that people know where you are and where you're going. Just make sure that people are very aware of what's going on in your surroundings. Don't be trying to do sneaky stuff, because this is not the time for it. I feel like there's a lot of creeps and craziness going on in this world, and we just want to be safe. We want everybody alive. We want everybody to live a long life and not have a pointless death. So rest in peace to that beautiful woman, and I pray that her family gets the closure and finds some peace and make peace with that situation. You're never gonna ever make peace with losing someone, but I just pray that they, you know, are able to continue on with their lives and not be upset about, you know, what happened, because sometimes you gotta forgive and you gotta move on and just keep that person's memory alive always. So that is it on that situation. One thing I would like to do before I end the video is promote this palette. This palette is so fire, and I got this palette when I was doing makeup. This is a black owned business. She is about, I'm not sure how old she is. I think she's a teenager. I think she's a teenager. But anyways, aside from that, look at these beautiful colors. These are the colors that I was using to do my makeup. Very pigmented. Do you see this lime green? Very pigmented. And I want you guys to go pick up this palette. She also sells lip gloss. She also sells eyelashes. And I'm going to look for the Instagram, and I'm going to put it inside my the description, so you guys can go tune in and buy this palette. Tell me how you feel about it. Make some reviews to it. And yes, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I look forward to giving you guys some more content. We have so many more fun videos to go, and I'm gonna try to upload it tonight, guys. I don't know, I'll probably get to you guys by 12 or something like that, but I'm gonna do it. I'm also gonna post some pictures that is look on my Instagram. That's gonna be in the description below as well. So thank you guys. Like, comment, subscribe, and share, and join the team, because it's gonna get fun, it's gonna get interesting, and I'm gonna have a lot of people coming on my YouTube channel. So thank you guys.